Dear Steffi, dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this wonderful conference. Thank you, Steffi Czerny, for this wonderful introduction. Sounded very good. And thank you also for the wake-up call with Knallblech. Now I understand everyone is really awake here, and that's quite good. Ladies and gentlemen, what is the best way to start into a new year? I can tell you it's not to go for skiing, by the way. So the far better alternative is to start a new year with this conference with DLD here in Munich. It's not too risky. It's a cozy atmosphere, and I understand you can hear sort of après-ski already at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you haven't to go for skiing in before. So everything is perfect, and this makes DLD year by year a very special occasion here at the very beginning of each year. And also every year it's quite the same. You are already after half an hour way behind schedule, so I try to speed up a little bit with my greetings and opening remarks here. This year's motto, "It's gonna be wild," is a perfect motto from my understanding, not only for this year, but maybe for the era we are living in. Because my understanding it's already pretty wild, the times we are going through. When you follow the news from White House or other places in the world, every morning you wake up and you say, well, isn't possible, it cannot be true. And after some hours you realize, okay, well, that's sort of a new world order and the way things are moving forward right now. And the important thing is to understand what's going on there and to realize that we are in the middle of a huge paradigm shift. And the thing is, we should not only just let it happen, but here as a community of movers and shakers, as we heard, it's our responsibility that we try to make the best out of it and to shape the future along our values and not along the values and ideas of others. So thank you for your contribution here to DLD. It's gonna be wild is an excellent motto because things are changing and developing in a sort of exponential way. And year by year, we are here and learn new things about new technologies, about major breakthroughs we are becoming closer and closer to. And this year, I really understand AI is the big thing. Everything is about AI, and this is the big topic above nearly everything here. The second thing is big tech becomes bigger and bigger. It's already been quite big, and now it becomes even bigger, and new players are also here in the field. And when I talk about new players, ladies and gentlemen, and dear Professor Kramer from our Max Planck Society, we should also realize when we talk about innovation and progress, that we do not only look to the Western Hemisphere, but that we have new players here on the field like China. And I still remember a meeting of your Senate of the Max Planck Society when you presented an eye-opener and presented us the Nature Index with the strongest research institutions in the world. And the finding was, among the top 10 research institutions in the world, we have one out of Europe. This is your Max Planck Society, so a special applause to our Max Planck Society here. We have one research institution from the United States, that's Harvard, and all the others among the top 10 are from China. So we have new players here on the world, also in the field of science and research. And it's important to realize all these things and come to the proper conclusions. It's gonna be wild. That means you need some sort of wild guys to address all these issues, all these new topics, and to, in the end, come up with new solutions. I understand that we are really quite close to major breakthroughs when it comes to fusion energy, Steffi Czerny mentioned it, or when it comes to quantum tech, the really quantum computer thing, or when we talk about robotics and all the other stuff that's so exciting and so fancy, and you see we are really right before in the middle of all these big breakthroughs. What gives me hope is that no one of you is leaning back and say, well, all the things are going to develop and going to happen. No, you're one of, you're the important part of this community, because I mentioned that you're the part of moving and shaking and moving things forward. And this, in the end, will make a difference. And the best thing about this conference, and this is the Bavarian perspective, you're right in the perfect land, in the perfect state for this conference, because Bavaria is the wildest state in Germany. And if you from the mountains, in our mood, when you ask your colleagues in Berlin, to their understanding, we're a little bit too wild, but we don't care about it. And we're especially wild when it comes to high tech, to innovation, to new ideas. And we understood quite early that it's important to prepare the ground. And this was the reason why we sort of invented a high tech strategy, the so-called High Tech Agenda, with our Minister President Markus Söder, a 5.5 or even 6 billion investment program to strengthen our university, to strengthen research institutions, and to follow all these important missions for the future. And you know, the best thing is the federal government in Germany now started to copy this. And this is the only field where we're totally fine when others copy us. They copied this strategy and say, okay, well, high-tech strategy for Bavaria seemed to be a very good thing. Now we have also a high-tech strategy for Germany, the High Tech Agenda Germany, with 18 billion for the next 4 or 5 years. And in the end, I hope this makes a difference. This brings us again back on the map. And this will contribute to make our future a better one, even if we don't have so many optimists right now around. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for finding your way to Munich. And the most important thing you have to keep in mind is this is the country, this is the state of wilderness, of smart people, of wild people, and of crazy and wild ideas. Thanks for all your contributions.